Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Wendy Shin selected Trip Johnson over Johnny Demura, according to Days Spoilers, because she believes Johnny is still obsessed with his ex-wife Channel. But that's Wendy's point of view. Johnny denied everything. Channel, on the other hand, has other irons in the fire. Is there still a hope for these two to reconcile? 5% of the crowd insists they're simply pals now. Johnny, Carson Boatman, begged Wendy, Victoria Grace, to choose him over Trip, Lucas Adams, while Channel, Raven Bowens, is still smitten with Talia, despite the fact that her baking buddy nearly killed her entire family. These aren't two people pining for each other, or who require any further complications in their life. Channel will never have romantic feelings for Johnny again, according to 11% of you. Sure, we know it was the devil who caused Johnny to treat Channel so poorly. Channel is well aware of this. In theory, yes, but it's still difficult to believe. And you're not going to go back into the arms of the guy you just impulsively married 24 hours ago after he makes a fool of you in front of the entire town. Especially given his pathetic justification. This must occur. 84% cheer. The marriage of Johnny and Channel should never have ended. How often do you get the opportunity to declare, literally, the devil made me do it? They were never given the opportunity to be happy, and it wasn't her or his fault. This was not a scenario where they faced overwhelming difficulties. The devil, on the other hand, can be rather formidable, but they were able to repel him. Let us now pick up where they left off. If they fail, at least they will know they tried, and they'll have only themselves to blame. Days of Our Lives airs on Peacock Plus in the United States and the W Network or Global TV app in Canada on weekdays. Check out all of the newest Days spoilers for more information on what's coming up in Salem, and click here for an in-depth look at the show's history. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, or watch for an update on our Instagram stories to learn more about what's going on with your favorite soaps. I'll see you over there. On Days of Our Lives, Leo Stark had his doubts about Dimitri von Leuschner from the outset. He was aware that the Cool Count was concealing something about his Insta relationship with Gwen Rischek, not to mention the shady marriage proposal. But neither Leo, Greg Rickhart, nor Dimitri, Peter Port, expected Dimitri to plant a big wet one on him and declare his attraction to his fiancé's BFF. This didn't stop Leo from getting into bed with Dimitri right away. The only question now is whether Leo should notify his Gwenny, Emily O'Brien. What is the point? 6% insist. It would only be detrimental to Gwen, and she's been through a lot. Chad, Billy Flynn, initially rejected her for deceiving him and his wife. Then Xander, Paul Telfer, rejected her for lying to him and trapping his real love on a Demura island. Am I correct, gentlemen? Why affirm her status as a 3-time loser? Instead, 17% of you think Leo, Greg Rickhart, should simply persuade Gwen out of the marriage. He should emphasize how little she knows about the man. She'll feel so out of place in his regal family. They'll treat her like dirt and look down on her. How can she be expected to produce hair after hair, and woe betide her if they're females rather than boys? Gwen is entitled to more than a life as a broodmare. She should simply walk away. And be the one to get rid of Dimitri. Pals, don't let pals marry men who aren't completely into them. 77% say emphatically. Leo owes it to Gwen to tell her the truth and keep her safe from Dimitri's evil intentions. And if he truly wants to demonstrate how much he adores her, Leo should swear to never sleeping with Dimitri again. After all, we must all make sacrifices for the sake of friendship. Days of Our Lives airs on Peacock Plus in the United States and the W Network or Global TV app in Canada on weekdays. Check out all of the most recent Days spoilers for more information on what's coming up in Salem, as well as an in-depth look at the show's past. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, or watch for an update on our Instagram stories to find out what's going on with your favorite soaps. I'll see you there. Furthermore, Sean causes considerable anxiety for Belle. Eric appears for Nicole, Ariane Zucker, when she is most in need of consolation, and Gaby's dilemma amuses Kate to no end. Let's delve a little more into what transpired. Though ecstatic that Gwen, Emily O'Brien, accepted his proposal, Dimitri, Peter Port, was surprised to learn that his fiancée's decision was influenced by his mother. Gwen later remarked that she was inspired by Megan's, Miranda Wilson, exhortation to grasp opportunities and not let life pass her by. But she'd also been struck by seeing how much Dimitri adored his mother and how terrified he was of losing her. There's a lot more to it, much more, but Gwen proposed they celebrate. OEAD this to find out what's next on days of our lives. And by celebrating, she meant doing what newly engaged couples do all the time, tumbling onto a nearby bed. Dimitri was up for it, but he also wanted to tap out and go give his mother the good news. In the end, Gwen triumphed. Following their lovemaking, the couple felt it would be best not to reveal why they were so late in sharing the most joyful development with Megan. Setting a wedding date is also critical. Gwen wasn't thrilled with Dimitri's request that they marry that same day, but she consented to marry him to celebrate his 40th birthday. Kristen demanded to know why Leo, Greg Rekindled, was looting her ancestral property opposite this interior Demura mansion and threatened to bring the cops after he hedged. Leo announced, straightening his shoulders, that he was there to get the goods on. That's Leo speak for Dimitri von Leuschner. Why, Kristen wondered, is Leo having a schoolboy crush on her nephew? Hardly. His sole purpose is to save his dearest friend in the entire wild world from having her heart crushed by a user, which he is certain Dimitri is. Kristen declared that Leo could be onto something after a sudden flood of memories from past afternoons. However, she refused to spill the tea. Leo huffed and puffed and pretended to walk out the front door, but then dashed upstairs to search Dimitri's room. Leo found all the evidence he needed to bring the bad guy down in no time. When Leo was caught, out, he yelled that there was nothing Dimitri could do to stop him, causing Dimitri to put his words to the test by ramming his tongue down Leo's throat. Belle and Sean's lunch at the Brady pub was cut short when the former made a remark about the latter sipping a beer while on duty, break or no break. Roman, Josh Taylor, who had just returned from AB's, James Reynolds Memorial, acted as a sounding board for Belle and was shocked to learn how much his nephew was suffering. Kate and EJ, Dan Feuerigel, at University Hospital were perplexed to learn from Gabby that Rolf Richard Wharton had stolen Megan out of her room and placed Gabby in her bed replete with shackles and into his waiting submarine. While EJ fled in a desperate attempt to apprehend the culprits, Kate lingered to mock her foe before finally phoning the cops. Sean responded to the summons and was not pleased. Sean rushed for the dock to investigate, and by investigate, we mean pretending to look for Megan, but instead calling his mother to alert her and getting the bottle. EJ came across a devastated Nicole boohooing in Eric's arms while scanning the docks for Megan and Rolf. Nicole, when confronted, explained that she had become emotional when visiting Abe's memorial and that Eric had offered her some consolation. EJ was aware. At least, that's what he said. As EJ gushed over Nicole's pregnancy, Eric rapidly became a third wheel. He was relieved to hear that everything was fine. He did, however, want to bring in the specialist. The couple returned home to spend time together. Days of Our Lives airs on Peacock Plus in the United States and the W Network or Global TV app in Canada on weekdays. Check out all of the newest Days spoilers for more information on what's coming up in Salem, and click here for an in-depth look at the show's history. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, or watch for an update on our Instagram stories to learn more about what's going on with your favorite soaps. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.